Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make.
Whew. Hey guys, Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin. It is just another day. Today's what, Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. I am beat. Like, look at this. Like I'm like, I am not at the what do you say? Best best clean cut shape. I don't know. I don't look the best today. I'm like a mess. I woke up very early after passing out for I don't know, a little bit more than an hour. And I drove my car to the dealer. That took an hour to drive to the dealer. And you know, the whole day was busy. So yeah, my car needs a lot of work. It's one of those things like I bring it over and have all the work done. Check the tire, check the rim, check the the fluids, check the get a detail and get inspection sticker, all that stuff, all together. I was like, I just get it all done and bring it back to me. Yeah. So today we're smoking this Taino. All right, and apparently it's called Hamaca. I don't know what it means. So, but I like this particular band compared to the original Taino. It looks like it's drawn, like somebody take a marker and draw it on. I like this better. Like I like it shiny and nice. Look, feels more embossed, and just really out there, right? So hopefully this is not too strong because I have a light. I have a couple of lights. I mean, I think the whole morning I just had a coffee. Like all day I had a coffee, and then dinner I had a little bit of rice. That's it. Dry is okay. Dry tastes like cookie. I didn't have cookie today. Dry tastes like cookie. Or like those cake crusting stuff. So it's Wednesday, so of course no chat, Martin. What do we say about this? It's Wednesday, no chat. But yeah, tastes like pie crust, cookie kind of thing. Let's see. Let's light it up. It's just really another day, you know. We have some music. Tough day. Definitely need a cigar a lot earlier. I think I wanted a cigar, I think at 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Probably sometime around 10:30. But so many things to do, I couldn't even take a break. I was busy until 5:45 p.m. ish, and then I started cooking and forgot about that. But here we go. Light it up. I mean, it's free. What do you expect, huh? What do you expect? You know what? Here, Martin, you got time to be on? Martin, why are you smoking? First of all, what are you smoking? What are you smoking? Martin, what are you smoking? What are you smoking? I want to know. El Mysterious Tiger. Alright, here we go. Alright, I will put it on today. Not because I give in. It's because, why not? Alright? I'll allow you to be on. Okay? 1 second. It says no one else is here. No one else is here. How do you expect me to put you on? You're not here. I just checked in the room. There's nobody. There is no wine on the screen. So, come on. This tastes like so yeah, like why like you're not even set up. Like, why are you complaining? You're not even there. This tastes like a lighter Maduro cigar. A lighter Maduro cigar. It's weird. You get this leather, you get a little bit of pepper, get a little bit of like weird cookie, maybe, maybe a little bit earthiness, but it's like a lighter version of a Maduro cigar. A lighter version of a Maduro cigar, it feels like. Now, well, Martin, I still have it set up if you want to jump in. Let's see. Oh, what question do you have? What question do you have? I turn my music back on because I want to listen to music. I do like Yamasa, but I don't smoke it that much. Well, like how often you see me smoke Yamasa? Right? Yamasa, it's a really weird close to full body cigar. And you don't really see me smoke. I rarely smoke it. I know it's a good cigar, I like it, but you rarely see me smoke it. It was more like a comparison between the El Fuego versus Yamasa, and I said I prefer Yamasa. But like in that series, I smoked the Nicaraguan more. So, I mean, just because it's full body cigar, it doesn't mean I don't smoke any of them. I just don't smoke them all. Right? I don't like full body cigar, but I bought the Andalusian bowl. Right? So that should tell you. I'm trying to find out what this cigar really is. Hold on a second. I like the Yamasa better. I don't like the Alma de Fuego. I just don't like it. I mean, it's not. I don't think the flavor is there. I don't think it's got that volcanic taste to it. I just don't. And what's really misleading is that when they show pictures of like the Fuego or the Yamasa, hey Hashimoto, they make the cigar look red, but it's not red. It's not red. All right, so let me see. Tainos. All right, it's called Taino Heritage, but on the thing it says Hamaca. So I don't know. It's called Heritage. Finest 5+ year aged tobacco for the Dominican Republic. And let's see what else. What other information I can get. That's the size. They both use auto, but yeah, they don't taste the same. Just because they both I can go to two different Chinese restaurants. They all use the same ingredient, use the same recipe. Doesn't mean the food is gonna taste the same. They just don't taste the same. That's one cigar I feel like the Plasencia kind of let down a little bit because I thought it was gonna be better. I was kind of excited because it comes with the red ashtray and everything. It's got the whole standard package on and off, but it doesn't have that taste for me. It doesn't. So let's see. This was delayed for a year due to the global pandemic. Let's see. Sells in 3 sizes. Hamaca. Okay, so Hamaca is the size, right? And there is another one called Yakahu, and Manikato, but this is called the Heritage. Okay. Comes in box of 20s. It's more of like honor. Taino Heritage is dedicated to indigenous tribe of Hispaniola and the Caribbean island, and people who smoke tobacco both for pleasure and spiritual purposes, as well as before arrival of Spanish colonials. Yeah, but like, yeah, I thought it was gonna be better, and I really think that, you know, because Plasencia makes pretty much every cigar, they will know how to really enhance that volcanic flavor. But when I smoked it, it was not that impressive. I don't know, Martin, you tell me, is it impressive to you? It wasn't that impressive. But when I smoked Hamaca, it was very impressive. It was good. I mean, Yamasa is one of those ones that people often overlook in that series. You know, the Oscario, the Yamasa and the Nicaraguan. That series, most people just didn't go to the Yamasa because it sounds weird. Nobody know what that is, right? For a long time, nobody buys that cigar. That was according to the stores, right? That was the least favorite cigar out of the 3 because nobody want to try it. Nobody want to try it, and then all of a sudden, you know, after everybody tried the Nicaraguan and the Oscario, they decided to go try Yamasa, and all of a sudden, boom, that was a good cigar. Oh my god! Everybody started trying that. Everybody started buying that, and then now that actually sells better than Nicaraguan. Emenegas. That name really is kind of dangerous for me to pronounce. I'm gonna be very careful how I pronounce the name. I'm just gonna call you Jay. Yeah, I think that's safer for me to pronounce. When I just pronounced it now, it's like, wait, that sounds pretty weird out of my mouth. So the wrapper is Acaderio Habano. The binder is Piloto Cubano, and the filler is DR. So this is a Habano, but it tastes like a light. Oh, here we go, Jeff. It tastes like a light Maduro. It tastes like a lighter Maduro taste cigar. Like, not kidding. It doesn't taste like Habano. It tastes like Maduro. Touch up a little bit because it's funny, kind of weird. It tastes like a Maduro, but lighter. Yeah, I don't know what changed here, but it tastes like a lighter Maduro. It's got the pepper. That's kind of like Habano. And that's definitely like a white pepper because it kind of wears in. You know, not like a black pepper. It's got the powdery feel to it. But yeah, it tastes to me, it's like a lighter version of a Maduro. It's kind of weird. Clean out the palate a little bit. Yeah, it tastes actually pretty good. It's a... It has that characteristic of Habano and Maduro. but more so of a Maduro. So it feels like a lighter version of a Maduro that has a spice and stuff going on. It's a little bit earthy, but it's not like a bitter or anything. It's got a little bit barnyard to it. And it's got that graham cracker pie crust flavor to it. It's actually, in a way, very undertone of sweet. Right? Very, very light sweet. Okay? It's actually not bad. It's actually not a bad cigar. But you gotta keep in mind, this is an $8 cigar, right? $8 cigars, there's quite a bit of choices. This I will place it somewhere near. I would buy a few pack and have it hang around the house. Right? This wouldn't be me going. I need to buy another box for this, but it will be. I actually like it. I'll keep a few in the house just when I want to change it around. That's one of those cigars. Yeah. So next week I am going to New York. I actually decided to book one more day, so that I arrive on Thursday. What's really funny is my wife had to bring her laptop so she can work there. But yeah, we're going there on Thursday instead of Friday, so that there's one extra day for to get food, to just hang out, to be away. Cause I feel like I worked way too hard lately. Like I feel like that it was nonstop work since I came back from the meet. I was just working. In fact, I just got paid the other day. I actually was kind of happy about being paid. So I was like, hey, you know what? I got paid. Let's go book another one of those $500 hotel room and hang out. All right. So yeah, we did. In fact, we booked the one. Yeah, we definitely is going to get those donuts. In fact, they were gonna open 2 stores in Massachusetts back in September, and they didn't. I don't know why. They just keep saying, "Oh, open in 2 weeks, and they didn't. But yeah, I mean, this is one thing I don't like about booking hotels. Is sometimes when I book last-minute hotels, they are expensive. They are expensive. So that one day I booked, let's see. Let's see. Alright, that one day I booked. Comes to come on, show me the room. $608 plus tax and fees. One room. What the hell? Yeah, but my wife likes the Hudson River area. We don't usually stay in that side because it's like not close to anything. It's close to water, not close to anything. So I figure we book one extra day, Thursday, to go hang out. So yeah, why not? We'll just go over there, hang out for one day. $608 plus tax and fees, and parking is probably gotta run me about $700 for the day. So $700 to $800 in a day. But it's gotta make her feel relaxed, make her feel happy. She will be able to walk around the water, and get a sandwich or something like that. So in the end, it's worth it for me at least. And then on Friday, I will just go to our regularly booked hotel away from that water, and it's not any cheaper. But yeah, that's where we're gonna hang out. Kind of excited because it's next week. Next week, I don't have to hang out with anybody until Saturday. Saturday meet. It's gonna be great. Take it easy. It may be your last check of the year. Save for the group. Oh yeah, I mean, to me that's not a very unrealistic amount for hotel. Like I will pay extra a few $100s just because it's tough. And what's really funny is that hotel that actually don't have a tub. So, but my wife loved that hotel. we hang out there. Only for one day, I guess. Not a big deal. It's not actually my last check of the year because I have obviously I have estimates when I'm gonna get paid and stuff like that. Bill has been sent out. It's like, hey, you're being billed for this, you're being billed for that, you're being billed for this, and yeah, just an insider talk. Be prepared for recession. Just telling you, there might be one. Tell me, world recession, not just one country recession. World recession. It's gonna happen. Supply chain disruption also cause manufacture of raw materials to drop, and because raw material drop, you gotta have raising prices and costs and like that. And because you don't need them, you're at home, it's gonna cost less of spending money, which costs in a way recession. No growth, which is fine. Just letting you guys know, save your pretty pennies. This winter is gonna be a weird one. But yeah, no top on that one. Majority of the hotel in New York don't have a top. Okay, they just don't build with a top. Majority of them. There were a few that has it. I know the Four Seasons over there has it. The Oriental over there has it. And I actually like the one in the Oriental. It has like this marble thingy on the wall. It's pretty nice. So yeah, but we don't usually stay in those because it wouldn't make sense. It's like $1,000 a night, so it doesn't make sense for her just to have a tub for that. Right? I'm waiting for Hilton to build the Astoria back in New York, so I can visit that one. Usually the Astoria one will have a tub, so that's been stopped for a few years. Who knows? No, the sink are tiny too. It's really it's more of a suite, and to save spaces, they have this really cool walking and out rain shower thing that has a big ass glass that sees into the bedroom. So literally, I'm taking a shower, I can look at my wife on the bed. This is not a still picture. I'm moving. If you're not moving, then you're looking at the wrong thing, I think. I should be moving. This is not a still picture. You might want to refresh it if you can hear me but not see me moving. Right? So, alright, back to Tainos. Mine doesn't have a draw issue, but it has a burn issue. It's not really burning the way it's supposed to. Which hotel do you work for? I mean, there are some hotels I don't stay in. which hotel you work for? You know what? Yeah, if I have to, I'll jump into the Hudson River, right? Jump into Hudson River. Ah! The other hotel that I like to stay in is the Peninsula. It was pretty good. There was another one's called what's that thing called? Shoot. Something Tower. I can't remember exactly what it. And there's Fifth Ave. You know what? That hotel, I think I actually stayed before. I think I actually stayed in that hotel before. That's the one with the balcony, isn't it? It's actually not. I think it's called Hyatt. It's actually Hyatt Hotel. I think I actually stayed there. Yeah, I think I actually stayed there before. They had a little like balcony and stuff. I think they have one of those rooms with a stairway inside the freaking room. So that was nice. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, I think I have been there before. They're usually around the same price too. I think they're about $600. Last time I stayed there, I don't know how long ago I stayed there, but it must be a while back. It was about $600. Hey, but if you can hook me out, that's a nice place to be too. That's actually right next to Bryant Park. It's actually a nice area. They have like breakfast right next to area in Bryant Park. I mean, there's a lot of things near Bryant Park, so. Yeah, you can hook me out next time I stay there. yeah, all the hotel is actually that we stay is quite expensive. So like we choose and pick, right? Because we have a lot of reward point for me travel so much and stuff like that. Where a lot of time we'll use reward points, or I'll pay for it and then get reward point for somewhere I'm gonna go. So right now I'm actually going with cash to save up some reward points for when I take my family to Miami next year. Here is that's the thing, Hashimoto. I think even with the hookup, you're looking at $400-500 a person a night. I wouldn't set people's expectation too high, okay? Right? That's one of the things that I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but we had to be aware that I think Mateen pays like $60-something for hotel per night at his hotel at the time. So if you tell him to pay 10 times the price, he might not want to go. He might not want to go. I mean, for me, it's kind of normal. In fact, when we go to Japan, the hotel we stay is close to $1,000 a lot of time. So, for me, that's actually not too bad. That's actually not too bad. I actually, I usually when I book hotel, I'll be like, I ask my wife, babe, where do you want to stay? Just choose one. And sometimes she want to change up where she goes as well. She's not always in the same place, so. Yeah, so it's about $50. It's about $50. And complain about the 60. Right? So there is and New York. Here's the thing about New York, okay? Because there's so many fees and costs and stuff like that, for every 4 day that you book, you're literally paying 1 additional day. Okay? Because tax and fees. Literally, because tax and fees, you're paying 25% more. 25% tax and fees for every day that you stay. So if you stay there for 4 days, you're literally paying for 5. And the parking really kills. Average parking is like $60, $70 a day. So usually we'll have to budget for that. It's like, oh, really? Parking costs a lot of money if you drive up there. Parking sucks. One thing I don't understand is how my brother can always find street parking. My brother can find street parking anywhere, anytime, any day. Right? I will be like, hey bro, I'm over here at 5th Avenue somewhere. Meet me over here in the restaurant. He will meet me there. And now I'll be like, where did you park? He's like, oh, over there. He was just pointing, like, oh, over there. It's like, how the hell did you find parking? He's like, dude, I just park anywhere. And he never really had a problem. So I don't know. He always park and he doesn't get told anything. Me, on the opposite side, I'm driving anywhere in New York. I cannot find parking anywhere. I just had to park in the garage. There's no way for me. I can wait all day and not gonna find parking. I'm not gonna find parking. That's just my luck when it goes to New York and driving. I'm not gonna find parking ever. I always park in the parking lot. Right? And those parking lot, and once you go in, you're at least $20 in. So yeah, in New York, I'd rather take the taxi. I'd rather take the Uber. Here's the thing. If you're in New York, you're taking taxi or Uber or what's the other one? The third one. It's actually cheaper if you take taxi. And then, Uber is easy, you'll get an app. Taxi has an app too in New York. It's crazy. So yesterday I did for relaxation, I was watching Free Guy. I was watching Lift. That's right. Thank you, Martin. I was watching Free Guy yesterday, and yeah, obviously I was watching at home, and you know, I was like, I haven't seen a more cliche movie for a long time. That is very cliche. That's like as cliche as you can get on a movie, right? Even the ending, you can pretty much guess it. Like on the first minute of the movie, you can guess it what the ending was gonna be like. It's so cliche, it's funny. And I was watching it, and the only thing my wife actually noticed was actually the bad guy in there. He was like the writer or director of like Lord of the Ring or something like that. And she was actually pinning it out. I was like, I don't even know who that is. Surprisingly, my wife doesn't go out and watch all the end of the movie. Actually, know. My wife only watched Lord of the Ring until the little kid get pushed out of that tower, and doing the part where there's wolves and stuff. We didn't watch it along. There was like 2 or 3 episodes, but she knows who the director is. I was like, I don't know. I mean, it's not my kind of show. I don't watch that kind of stuff, and you know, but she knows everything about it. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I was like, I'll watch it through it. She basically sat around to me and kind of watched it, kind of didn't. She was reading like, I guess, another Discord group, and at the end of it, she's like, "What do you think?" I was like, "This movie is as cliche as it gets." I said, "What do you think?" She's like, "I didn't even watch it." She's right next to me, but she didn't watch it. This cigar is actually not bad. In comparison, I think I like the cigar more than the lead azure, you know, the blue from Espinosa. I actually like this better. It's more of my palate. It's more enjoyable to me. Very easy cigar to smoke. It doesn't feel like heavy. It feels like a relaxing snack-ish thing. I think it will go good with coffee. It kind of goes weird with my Topo Chico lime. Twist lime. Only because I couldn't find any regular ones for some reason. I got lime. But lime literally tastes like Sprite, so I like it. Pretty good. And I think this weekend 007 is supposed to come out. It was a No Time to Die or something like that. Hey, Jeff Bate. Why are you doing awake, Jeff? Yeah. 007's coming out this weekend, and it's weird. I asked my wife if she want to go to the movie theater to see it. She said, "Do you want to go see it?" I was like, "Not really. I really don't want to go to the movie theater." What the hell? What? I really don't want to go to the movie theater. She's like, "Yeah, this one, 007 is not really a womanizer." I was like, 007 don't have to be a womanizer. You know, that's like the last one before like the next 007 takes over. You know, it may be, you know, it's supposed to be in sequence to show this person is no longer that naive, not too young and stupid, you know, as he goes. So, yeah, I mean, I don't have that much urge. She's like, "So you're not gonna watch it?" I was like, I'll watch it in the comfort of my living room when it comes out. But I'm probably not gonna go to the theater for it. I mean, I still have a doctor appointment I haven't go to yet. See, I don't have a draw problem, but for some reason this one doesn't want to stay lit. And we're in an okay temperature, 71% humidity at 64 degrees. It's a little cold, but it shouldn't have a trouble smoking. I don't know. Maybe this is too moisturized. You can see it burns well. It just, I don't know, it just goes off. But it does taste good. So, okay. So, yeah, it was interesting to know that the movies are kind of coming back and everything. But even though it's like a blockbuster movie, I just don't have a, you know, urge to go to a theater to watch it. I don't know why. You know, usually I would, like, you know, jump on it. I'll be like, I want to buy the first ticket on Sunday morning, watch that, and go out of my way, and like do my thing, you know, kind of thing. But like, it didn't give me that urge to it. I don't know. But I think this weekend I will actually go get that doctor's appointment done, so I can get it over with. It's actually required by one of our insurance too, so you kind of have to go get that body wellness check. Uh, Not a big deal, I think. I mean, even if the doctor says, "Oh, you know what, it's not healthy," but well, I would just not listen to it. So I don't think it's gonna bother me at all. I'm just looking forward to the next. I mean, right now it's October. I'm kind of happy because it is my birthday month, so I get to celebrate a little bit. I get to relax a little bit, but at the same time, I'm still busy with work. I feel like it, it's not what I want. Usually October I'm not that busy, but right now I'm busy. My wife is busy too because she transitioned to a new group for her work, so she's learning everything. And what's really funny is the person she's learning it from has no idea what she's doing either. Like, what does that mean? I don't know how. Ooh, okay. So the leaf cracked a little bit. I don't know if you guys. Here we go. The leaf cracked, but look at this. This is soft. All right, it's not dry. It just decided to crack. So it might have too much moisture in there. Because sometimes it does happen. If you have too much moisture, it kind of expands and cracks. 2 hours and 45 minutes long. That is crazy. I'll fall asleep watching that. What's the other movie that's also like 3 hours long? I think Lord of the Ring was that way. I think Marvel's the movies like that way is 3 hours. Like the Avengers. What other movie? There was a few other movies that's like 3 hours long. I don't even know how I sit through it. There is one movie that I'll definitely go to the movie theater for, though. I would definitely go to the movie theater for it. But it's in December. It's gonna be tough because it's a limited showing, and I don't think I will be able to find it. So I do have the movie right here. Oh my god, I don't have a. Come on, give me a large photo. Large photo, size, large. Size large. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Save image. Let me show it to you guys. How much? Too much? Yeah, that's what I think. But usually my basement are relatively dry, and it was in a pack, so it shouldn't. It's a 69% packing here, and it's zipped up when I was taking it out. So it shouldn't, but it does. All right, it shouldn't, but it does. Okay, here we go. Wait, I was. What? Why couldn't I keep? All right, here we go. This is the movie I want to see. Yeah, even though it's in Japan, October 30th, it won't be here until December 2nd, and it will be limited showing. I'm definitely going to see it. It's an anime I watch. It's a novel I read. Yep, they are novel. I have a whole series on novel here. So I'm going to see it. It's actually pretty good because this particular movie, believe it or not, is telling the story on the female main cast. So usually when you read a story, it tells you in the story of the point of view of oh, now you set up. Hold on. It tells you in a point of view of the male cast, the male character. But this one, they made a movie telling the story from the female perspective, which I want to know, So that's what I'm gonna do. All right, let's see. Like you're set up now. I'm not set up. Hold on. All right, here we go. Hold on a second. Uh-huh.
There we go.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Give me one sec. You know, usually we
So,
don't. Okay, chat. There we go. There we go.
so Stixie's got all the Halloween decorations up. So I've got a bunch of orange lights around me.
Oh, Christmas
Or
lights?
no, well they're candy corn lights for Halloween, and I'm trying to figure out if it's better with the light or without it.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Yeah. Keep that ring light on, so you look like a cyborg, right? So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to that movie because I love that story. I'm a big fan of that story. Ever since when it came out, I think it came out for more than 10 years now. I think. I don't know. I can't remember when it was early 2000s when it came out. Hold on. When that novel came out.
TAO lighting.
Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Here we go. So the novel original came out 2009. So yeah, 11 years, 12 years. Yeah, I've been chasing that that novel for a long time. It's a one story I absolutely love.
So I saw the movie picture. What's it about?
So the original story talks about this in the future, sometime in the near future, people start to play RPG game using a headset, almost like how we do it today, right? 3D headsets and stuff like that. So people have been playing that. He's been a person because of family issues. He's got like a stepsister and a family that's very strict. That divorce and all that stuff. He's by his own basically. He's living on his own, and then he played that game. And one day he logged in that game day one beta after beta test. Day one of that game, the developer of that game decided to say, you know what? From this point on, you cannot log out of this game until you beat the game. Right?
So how do you not log in if you haven't beat it?
Huh?
How do you not log in if you haven't beat it?
You log into it. It's a game environment. It's like in World of Warcraft, something like that. You cannot you have this final boss to beat. There's a tower of 100 floor you had to go beat. So that says you had to start playing this game. If somebody beat this game at all, just defeat the final boss, all of you will log out automatically. But if you die in the game, you die.
Oh wow.
So if you die in the game, the system you have over your head, with they call it nerf gear, will fry your brain, and you'll die. To make it so that people appreciate the virtual life is really real life. All right. So the story talks about him surviving through that kind of stuff. All right. And eventually got out of it. Like he literally defeated the game twice. Because there was a movie 4 or 5 years ago talking about he had to go back there and finish the game. So the first arc, he actually did not finish the game. He defeated the boss by skipping it. He figured out who the last boss really is. So he cheated. He defeated the game. And from that point on, the story goes to that game became a seed, which is the base code of all the other virtual RPG. And more game came out, and obviously criminals realized that you can use virtual reality games to do a lot of stuff. For example, training military. Right? They put them in the game Nerf Gear. They will go train military. So there were a lot of different games that came out, like a gun shooting game, like an Elf game and stuff like that. And then he went through those games and then realized that there's a lot of dirty stuff happening behind the scene for money. Right? They will use it to number one, the second season, the second arc is basically they will try to alter people's perception to brainwash them inside it, using that system. And that system literally have people playing the game, and they'll use it to test on people. Okay, and the third arc is basically gun violence. people were playing this game, that somehow there's one player that if he shot you, you will die in real life. Okay, you will die in real life. But turns out, spoiler alert here. I don't think any of you guys can watch this, but spoiler alert. Turns out somebody in real life was trying to kill somebody and using that as your cover. So they'll find out who this person is playing this character, and then they will go to that guy's house, inject it with a lethal injection of some sort of drug while he shot him in the game. So he's just basically in and out of games, try to figure out, life and death. And throughout, because he's in the game so long, he grow, become a different person. Because he used to be a very lonely person. He doesn't give a shit. He's a solo player. He doesn't play with anybody else. He would just go through the game and not care about it. It's almost like, growth, right? The rebellious age, and they realize that everybody have a problem, right? Everybody, like us, normal people, we have family issues, we got friend issues, we got work issues. And they'll try to portray those issues throughout the anime, but they in a different way to portray it. It's like the virtual reality world allow them to face adult situation issues in those story, because you're out there with various people, right? And they're trying to say that in a way of morale that everybody is putting up a face in reality, right? When you're meeting somebody, when you're working at somebody, someone that you are working with is putting up a front, putting up an image, right? Putting up something that you think this person might be a good person, but behind the scene he might be a horrible, right? You never know. It's just like a video game. You might play this person that is a beautiful lady, and then turns out this is a guy, the 500-pound guy in the mom's basement. Right. And one of the things about the game was that when the guy came out and said none of you guys can log out of the game, he revealed their true faces, so they're no longer avatar. And this is that game where I told you guys a story last time. I went to Japan, we played virtual reality game. I was swinging. My wife's like, "Who's that retarded guy swinging the sword?" That was the game that we were playing. So, it kind of, I love the story. And the latest movie, or not this one, the previous one, they actually had to, in the end, stay in the story for 400 or 200 years. Because they speed up the game speed. So for 5 minutes in reality, the game speed was 200 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they got stuck there for 200 years. And it tells you that, like, the suffering of going through 200 years is not easy, right? Even though you have all the power in the game, to live for 200 years is hard. And that makes you think about, like, do we really need to live that long?
Right.
Right? 100 years, when we think somebody go through a 100-year birthday, right? This person lived great, a long, long, long time. But at that point, it's their life of quality.
Right.
Right? So he got stuck in that life for 200 years. When he got out, he's like, erase my memory. I don't want to have a single bit of it. I don't want to have it. It's sad. I'm living there to see all my friends die.
what Hashimoto said.
Right? Even though all the the characters are NPC, non-player, right? They're a computer, but you gotta see them die. You live with them for 100 years and they will die, and you gotta live through 2 of that lifetime. So you might make new friends, but they die again. So it's tough. Right? That makes people think that, now we have prolonged life. Back in the days, you're lucky if you live to 40, 50. Right? Now, 40, 50 is guaranteed. Almost, unless you get some sort of illness, you're guaranteed to live 40, 50. Easy. Right? You go to 80-year-old and then start worrying about your sugar level. Right? Do the 5. That's supposed to be an icon.
Yeah, it's supposed to be an icon. Or like a 5 or something.
Yeah. So, like, you live through all that life, and then realize everybody that's important to you passed away. 2 centuries. That means you probably had to see through 5 generations, 4 generation, 5 generation go away from as your friend. That's tough. So even though it's like an animated story, it's a novel, it has a lot of underlining things that make you think twice. It's like, okay, life is just like a game, right? We're playing that, putting a specific character that we have when we're out there working, when we're in the meeting, when we're meeting new friends, set up impression, go buy a car, negotiating, pretend to be hard to, play hardball, and all that stuff. And that story tells that. And I think this next story tells on the female perspective, with the female lead perspective, how she went through it, because she's always been a strong woman in the story, but she also had problems. Her mom is a very rich person, so she expected that she's gonna have high degree school. She expect that she's gonna marry someone that's like in the have billions of dollars and all that stuff. Whereas she fall in love with the main character, literally has $0, right? It's a kid that just came out of the video game. So, the struggle that she go through, it might not be so much for U.S. culture, but it's a lot for Asian culture where we were brought up to say, you better make a lot of money or else you're not gonna ever get married. Because the other side of the parent is gonna expect the best for their daughter. They're not gonna make them go marry someone that can barely buy a lollipop. So it's one of those things that I think that the movie is gonna portray. It's gonna tell you how, even as you present yourself as being a perfect person outside, there's still a family issue. There's always gonna be. Just look at Kim Kardashian. Everybody think that she's rich, she's great. She went through 2 marriages that she had no idea why she got married.
Mm-hmm.
Right? All her sisters went through some sort of plastic surgery just to feel current. In fact, her stepdad became a woman. So,
yep.
Having that much money, is it really that good? That kind of life, is it perfect? Is it what people are really looking for?
I mean, I feel like people like that sometimes too. Like when you work with someone, it's their persona at work is completely different than if you were to hang out with them outside of work.
Mm-hmm.
It's like recently we had a company party, and as soon as you get like a drink or two in somebody, different person. It's like they completely liven up. They're not such an asshole anymore.
Right? And it's the same thing. Like when Michael, he said he met all those people in IPCPR and TPE. They're a different character when they are doing when after all the cigars and stuff like that.
Right.
Once you get out of there, it's a different person.
Right.
So yeah, although it's anime, people is gonna make fun of it. It's like, hey, Tony, still watch cartoon. But I think it's not meant for kids. You're not gonna get the idea of the meaning behind it, right? You're gonna only pick it up if you're an adult. You're like, okay, these kids are going through some serious issue, and that's the same kind of issue that everybody have. And I'm saying everybody because you can be rich, you can be poor, but as a kid, you are meeting your parents' expectation, right? You're trying to do that. You're playing a character when you're at school. You gotta fit in, right? You have a group that you want to be with. When just like when you're playing game, you want to be in a group. But he's alone. And how did he defeat being alone? How did he change around the personality? How did he learn and grow? And also, in there they talk about where he felt guilty being in a party and people died. That's why he ended up playing alone, so he never have to have that guilt of screwing up. And that's the same thing with real life, right? When we doing thing in a group and a project, if I screwed up, I feel bad because I screwed up means everybody else screwed up too, right? You're only as strong as your weakest link. Someone screwed up, the entire team screwed up, and the person who screwed up is gonna feel bad. So I think that's a really good story overall. It's a long ass story. I think one of the arc is like 11 books long. That's how long it is.
See, I feel like some people are like that too in games. Like outside of the game, they can't really. They're like all super shy and don't talk to anybody. But when they're playing a game, it's like you can open up, you can be whoever you want
Oh
to
yeah,
be.
they're the biggest
They're
trash
so
talker in the game.
yeah, but
Right?
not even that. Like they open up, and it's easier to make friends online than it is in person because no one actually knows you. So like you express how you really are
Right.
online.
Right. And I think that's you know, that reflects life. That's why I like that story, and I would continue to read that. I have a shitload of books. I want to show you guys the book. Is it near here? I might have it. I'm looking at to see if I can find it.
Bam!
Yeah. I do read the books.
I used to have that many goosebumps.
Yeah, that's one of the novel I read and I purchased them because I like the story a lot. I actually think that it tells a lot about story and the life, and I think the writer did a good job writing it. So, my wife absolutely hated the story. She hates the main character because it seems like the main character is always in a heroine. He always meets a girl. So she didn't like that story. She's like soulful guy. But what's funny, I think the writer is female. So but yeah, it was a good story. I you know, when the movie comes out, I get really excited. I want to watch it. So my wife knows. Yeah, life. Life is tough. Life is a lot of time we're forced to be a different person, right? We're forced to be a different person, different situations. I'm usually the same person until I talk to my client. If I'm talking to my client, I cannot be like this. I can't be like, sit down, go to the meeting, sign in. Hey guys, it's Tony the Soy Sauce, and they'll be like, turn it off, turn it off. You know, I can't do that. I can't be who I am when I'm talking to my client. And obviously, you know, you're sitting there, you see your gauge of anger just fill up to a point. Then you kind of have to show a little bit of your true self. You're like, oh, you guys are idiots. I don't want to talk to you guys. I'm done for today. You know, one of those things. But you got to fill it up, you know? Hashi is so tough on YouTube, but it's all friendly with me in person. You know, I will agree with that. Hashimoto is actually very, very fun person. And he can talk, too. You know, I'm just a loud person. And when I'm I'm on party mode, okay? I'm just going to hang out. I can be loud. I can be crazy. That's what I like to do. This cigar. Just don't let you stay lit. Don't let you stay lit. But yeah, I mean that's whenever I think of that story, when I think of that the whole, you know, novel was written, I see different stages of life, and I see that, you know, life. After you finish reading it, you're like, do I need to live this long? Well, obviously you don't have a suicidal thoughts or anything, right? Not a suicide, but you start to remember all the people that passed away. And you're like, this is gonna happen many, many, many times in my life. And that's kind of sad. I mean, in a way, I mean, I feel like, you know, I don't have enough time with good friends. That's when you kind of value the time that you have with the friends more, right? You're like, okay, I only have 100 years to hang out. And that 100, and when I say 100 years, it doesn't mean that I'll live 100 years, but that means within that 100 years, all your friends gotta go. So that amount of time is very little. If you think about it, 100 years is not. And if everybody lived forever, it wouldn't be a big deal. Because you would just get more and more friends and stuff like that. But when you had to see your friends go, that's hard. That's hard. I mean, we already lost a few members throughout 2 years of our history. I mean, that's already tough on me. I mean, that's really tough already. So, you know, the moral of the story is literally enjoy your life and be who you are. Right? Be what you want to be, not what people want you to.
Right.
Because a lot of time we be what people want us to. Expectations, peer pressure, work, how to present yourself properly at work.
Right.
All those things taking away from yourself. You're injecting what people expect of you more than what you are for yourself.
Yeah.
And that's tough. That's tough. And so a lot of time when I smoke a cigar, I think about my day. I think about previous few years. I think about what am I doing to myself. Like I ask myself, Tony, what are you doing to yourself? Right? But not necessarily a bad thing, right? Like, what are you doing to yourself? What is this hey Steve, what are you doing to change who you are right now? Is it for the positive or for the negative? Are you live to work or are you work to live?
Yeah.
Right? Is it what you do this year make you happier this year than more than last year? And if you didn't make yourself happier than last year, you have failed yourself. Right? Because there's got to be a winner out there. And if you're not the one that's happy, you're the loser out there. Somebody else won. Right? You have made someone. I think in reality, if you try to make someone that you care happy, you're going to be happy. So when you ask yourself this question, are you happier than last year? Well, if you hang out with your friends, you're doing a lot of stuff for your friends, you might be happier than last year, even though you're injecting yourself more of a, in a way, costs, right? Costs your time, costs your effort, costs your mental, costs whatever. But if it makes you happy, you're doing the right thing. If you're not making you happy, you feel stressed, you're like, oh, all those are actually more of an expectation than what I like to do, then you have failed yourself. So, I feel like a lot of people need to evaluate themselves every year, right? When we say New Year resolution, don't you feel like that New Year resolution is never for yourself?
Nope.
Something like, I gotta lose weight. Who are you losing the weight for?
Who are you losing weight for? Like,
yeah, the reason you gain weight is probably because you enjoy yourself a lot, and you basically just said, right, I'm gonna enjoy myself less so that I can lose weight so that I look okay to other people, right? Yeah. Something like New Year resolution. I'm gonna save more money. Yeah, you can save more money. But if you're talking about save more money, it's because you spent the money last year. Right? So you're telling you're again, your resolution is to do less for yourself and more for something else. New Year resolution. I gotta work better. I gotta work more. Right? All those are good resolutions. And if you say something, my New Year resolution is this and that, they'll be like, yeah, good for you. Right? I'm gonna get up and run 15 minutes a day. Good for you. But at the same time, you're changing something to fit another expectation that might not be something that you want. Right? And that's why most New Year resolution fails. Because that's not what you want.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? So, I guess the whole story is to tell you to think more for yourself. I know it's gonna sound selfish. I know it's gonna hey, Tony, don't be an asshole. Think for everybody else. But if you can't put yourself and make yourself happy first, you're gonna end up like someone, I don't know, Robin Williams. Great guy. Funny guy. Loves to help other people. And guess what? He's the saddest person inside. Right? He's the saddest person inside. Right? Somebody like Jim Carrey. Funny as hell to some people. But he's the saddest person inside. Right? Let's not try to be that person. Sad inside and literally put him up front to make other people happy. But, you got to make yourself happy first. Right? Like, I guess don't be the person that's got to take a tray of Davidoff and have all your friends smoke it, a puff, and put it aside. Your friend might love you, but you gotta hate yourself for wasting all those davidoffs. So, you okay out there, Martin? You're muted. Your phone's shaking. Looks like you have earthquake. So yeah, think more for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Make yourself happy. I think that's the key. And whenever you smoke a cigar, remember this, right? Tony said, I should make myself happy. I should be who I am. I should be happy.
Yeah, I was responding to a text.
Here we go. Right? Make yourself happy first. You have to, like any business, pay yourself first. Right? Same thing for life. Make yourself happy first before you can make everybody else happy. You first have to be happy, right? You had before you make somebody love you, you had to love yourself first.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like even when you're going and saving money, you still have to set aside money to keep your sanity. Like set money aside for entertainment, just to like just keep things somewhat normal, but don't like kill yourself by just not doing anything and being bored with just saving because you're just trying to build something. I don't know. You get what I'm saying?
I hear a lot of those things that like my wife sometimes stumble upon some like YouTube videos teach people how to build wealth and stuff like that, and their suggestions, put away $250 a week, or $25 a week, something like that. Don't you think people would if they could?
Yeah.
So they're stating the obvious. Obviously, if I could put away $2,500 or $250 a week, I would have. The point is that I couldn't. That's why I didn't. Right? So when I hear that kind of stuff, it's like, yeah, they're saying that. But here's the thing. None of those people who tell you to do that are billionaires. There's a reason.
Right.
Right? Because they don't do that themselves.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about most rich people, they spend money because they have it, but they're not like hoarding it to where they're not enjoying their lives at the same time.
No, people who have money has more debt.
Yeah.
And they cannot sustain or keep up with their image if they don't spend. They have to spend money.
Yeah.
When you
It's
have
like
to
you have
spend
a
money for a
doctor.
chore, it's
Right.
hard.
It's like you can have doctors who are also living paycheck to paycheck and are in so much debt because they have all these nice things, but they're in like so much debt that's like killing them in the long run.
Right. I mean, who's this that told me? So Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg lost about $7-8 billion or something like that overnight because the Facebook went down.
Wow.
All right, but here's the thing: everybody's like, "Oh my god, that's a lot of money and stuff." That's not real. It can turn to zero in the next day. If everybody feel bad about Facebook, if it did something stupid, Facebook is gonna tank and he's all of a sudden no money. All right, so they're like, "Oh, Mark Zuckerberg has so much money, blah blah blah." Do you think he's living in a happy life? Well, Jeff Bezos, you think he's happy? If you're happy, you wouldn't say, "I need to get out of. I need to go to space." Right? You think Elon Musk is happy? I really don't think he's happy. If you're happy, you wouldn't name your son such a weird ass name that nobody can pronounce. I really don't think, like, when you have too much money, you are living in an expectation. I have so much money, I have to go buy a yacht because everybody I hang out with has a yacht. I have so much money, I have to build a space shuttle because everybody else I know is building a space shuttle. Right? So it's not happy. It's not happiness. I should think I'm in a happy medium. I still work. I live paycheck to paycheck. Okay? And I'm happy. I can do whatever I want to do. Or whatever I need to. Whatever I need to do, I can handle. Right? I can go hang out with a group of people. Some say, hey, let's go hang out in Pennsylvania. Let's go. I could do that. I think that's good enough. Right? Am I looking to be Jeff Bezos? No. I don't think I'll be happy to be like that. Right? And when you are level of Jeff Bezos, You know that if something should happen to you, not only you get hurt, everybody get hurt. Okay? Yeah, money does not buy happiness and health.
Nope.
Right?
I mean, it can help though.
You know how much people is gonna blame you? All the investor of Amazon is gonna blame you because, let's say, for example, Jeff Bezos went into a coma tomorrow. I guarantee 100% Amazon stock is at a tank.
Yeah,
He's not even the CEO anymore. It will tank.
it will.
His life is on that. He's got to hear billions of people online bitch about him for doing nothing. For doing nothing. So money isn't all that good. You know, think more for yourself before money, before wealth. Think how I'm gonna make myself happy with the amount of money I have. Not like I need to make more money, so I'm gonna harm myself for it. I'm gonna work to death just so that my family have money. No, think of how I'm gonna live with this much money for my family. Right? Because don't tell me that you don't make enough money. I don't care anybody, okay? Don't tell me that you don't make enough money to live, because I've seen plenty of people in the ghettos and they don't make money and they can have 6 kids, 8 kids, 20 kids. I'll wear Jordan and FUBU. Alright? I can't even do that for myself. I can't even find the Jordan I want. They always do it. They always do. Okay? So, I have a friend that doesn't make, probably make 1/100th of what I make a year. Alright? He's a happy person. He travels a lot. He's been to a lot of places that I haven't been. And I supposed to travel more than him. But he's had a lot of stories to tell. He's been to everywhere. Right? Bob. Got plenty of friends. He loves everybody. You know? It seems like he have a lot of stories to tell. It's a happy life. Right? It doesn't you don't have to make that much money. You don't have to work yourself to death. Just live within your means. Even though technically we don't in the US. We don't, right? But within reason. Within reason. You can still be happy. I think people need to learn how to be happy rather than be angry. I think more people are living to be angry. They forgot to be happy. And our time, like our cigar time, is that 1 hour of happiness, right?
Yeah.
But don't you think 1 hour happiness is very little out of 24 hours?
It is. Yeah, it is.
Shouldn't we have half the day happy and half the day working? But we don't. We spend 10 hours, well, not 10 hours sleeping. I mean, like, let's do it average. 6 hours sleeping. 18 hours, you work 8 hours. Right? And let's say 2-hour transit. You have 8 hours. Why are you doing that 8 hours? Are you doing something to make yourself happy? I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that I can find anybody that says, I spend 8 hours to make myself happy every day. Right? If you think about it. Do you spend 8 hours to make yourself happy? Do you even spend 5 hours to make you happy every day? We got 1 hour. Well, right now, today we got 2 hours. But you don't spend 5 hours to make yourself happy every day? And you work 8 hours?
Yeah, that's why everybody dreads going to work. They're always in a rush to get to work and make that money. But then they're always in a shitty mood.
Right? Well, like most people's like, I just fucking had it with this job. I wish I could quit.
Yep.
But when they don't have a job, they're like, I can't wait to go back to work.
Yeah, some people just need to be busy all the time. And I think
But that's the thing, though.
For most people, it's that's what they do. They're just going to be busy.
But that's the thing, though. If you think about it, when you're not working, you'll spend all the time for yourself. So now, if all the time to make yourself happy, but you're missing the work part. finding the balance are hard.
Yeah.
Right? Finding the balance are hard. So even more the reason to make sure that you spend time to make yourself happy. Get a smile. Get a smile. I tend to walk around the house and then I see my wife. I was like, if she's not having any expression, like a lot of time, normal people just don't have any expression. We're just doing whatever we're doing. I ask her, "Are you not happy? Are you angry?" And then she will like starts to like laugh. It's like, "No, what are you talking about?" But I consider that as a front. I consider that as not really happy because you don't have that smile on your face. You only say that because I asked you, "Are you happy?" Right? Do more to make yourself happy.
Yeah.
Usually after that, I'll be like, you know what? Go do some shopping.
Yeah.
Right? Because I think when she's talking about what she's about to buy and stuff like that, she got a big smile on her face. So, but for me, I feel like I'm in a state of not happy majority of the day.
I think everybody's like that.
Right?
For most people are like that. I'll say that.
Even when I'm smoking and I'm reading a novel, I don't have a smile on my face. I know that. I'm reading. I'm just being very focused and engulfed in the story, but I am not in a cheerful mood or like, hey, So once in a while, what I will do is try to look at some funny videos or just do nothing and just make sure I get back to that happy mood. Make sure that I'm in a positive mood, right? And I don't think I do that enough. I don't think anybody does it.
Yeah, I think sometimes a nap does it for me. Like if I'm having a shitty day, I'll just take a nap. I'm good after that.
But that's the thing. If I take a nap, I usually wake up more tired than I was before. You know that grogginess when you get up? You're like, I have to get up now. I don't want to sleep the day away, kind of thing. That doesn't make me too happy. It does make me relax a little bit, sure. But at the same time, you took away that few hours. That's why I don't smoke. I don't sleep that much, right? I don't sleep that much because I feel like the day's wasted. I need to find something that makes me happy. So I read a lot of books. I will put models together, and I will think about happy stuff. I will think about vacations. In fact, planning vacation is stressful. So yeah, I think today's main thing is make sure you're happy. Make sure you are at a good place with yourself, right? Just forget about everybody else. Forget about the whole world for 2, 3, 4 hours, 5 hours a day. And I know that's going to be hard. That's going to be super duper hard. But we all need to do that. If we don't, the stress will build. Like, every day we're like, I'm not that stressed. I'm not in the corner panicking. I'm not stressed. But yes, you are. You don't know until you blew up. When you finally blew up, that's when you know, oh shit, I was stressed. Some little like stupid thing will take me off, right? The other day I was very stressed. I don't know why. I think I worked too many hours. I was tired, and literally, I went to the mailbox, got some mail in, and my wife went with me. She got a package put on the table. I was like, hey, what did you buy, right? I took the box up. I saw a spider walk out of it. All right, just that spider's from the mailbox. I'm pretty sure. I was so normally I'll be like, oh my god, a spider. I was so angry. I took off my slipper and just slammed it across, and almost broke my cabinetry. And that spider just splashed, just dead, so dead. My wife was laughing her ass off. She's like, what the hell happened? I was like, I don't know. Bad time, bad place for this spider. Right? But because I killed it, I released some stress. I was laughing too. That just tells you that I really needed that laugh. And the rest of the day was happy. The rest of the day I was okay. Although I had to sacrifice a spider. It was okay. So we need a proper stress, proper something. And that it's really funny, human nature, right? We have a tendency to want to destroy something. That's human. We want to destroy something. And my wife, she cannot help herself. She's like a cat, right? let's say if I have a bunch of like lighters lined up on the table, she'll walk over and just knock it all over. I was like, what was that? She's like, I don't know. And she started laughing and walk away. You know, people have a tendency to destroy something. And it's fine. You know, once in a while, that's okay. Right? When people are really angry when they're arguing, they smash things. Why? Because it helps them release stress. I'm not saying that you should go and just toss your cigars everywhere. Not saying that I have not done that before. But
Yep.
you'll be very angry about it afterward. You're like, my $200.
Have you ever gone one of those rooms where you pay to break shit? They put you in a room and then you just break shit.
My wife actually tell me to go to one of those. I think it was like $40 or something like that to get in there. And you can do whatever you want. You can do all the destroy you want to do. I think those are in Texas. It's not in Massachusetts.
Yeah. They give you a bunch of shit and just break.
I think she brought that up when I said, I gotta go to Texas. She said, we need to go to those like anger room.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, $40 to destroy everything, I felt
Right.
that's a good deal. I think that's great. So I think I need that. I think people should do that once. $40. But if I can get $40 of anger out of me, that's a $40 well spent. So, I don't know. Val says she needs some dominoes. She might need some dominoes, but she will make me put it together so she can knock it over. Not that she will not put it together so she can knock it over. So it's not gonna happen. Before I forget, wrap up the cigar. I finished it to this point, and I think it's actually not bad cigar. Right? $8 range is not too bad. It is a premium cigar, so $8 range is average. It smokes nice. It burns weird because I think it's the moisture, really. But tastes good even with the moisture. Tastes good even with the moisture. I think this is on par with that Zeno that I smoked. The cheap Zeno.
Oh wow.
Right? Okay, even though the Zeno was cheaper. But I think this is premium enough for me to feel like $8 wasn't bad. It's something that you can smoke and enjoy day, lunch. Maybe not so much at night because I think it's slightly more boring for night. But if you're gonna have a coffee during the day, you're gonna have like afternoon tea or coffee or whatever. That's actually not a bad cigar. I think I will enjoy it with a cup of coffee. Yeah. That's actually not a bad $8 cigar. I finished it despite of having lighting it, and I forgot that I'm almost done. So that's pretty good. Like when you get to that groove that you're just smoking it and you're chatting, it's pretty good. None of the flavor bothers you as much.
Right.
It's actually a good cigar. Like if you're smoking a cigar and you're chatting, and every time you take a puff, a certain flavor bothers you a lot, then you know you're smoking a bad cigar.
Right.
Right. But this doesn't bother me. That allows me to keep taking a puff. It's actually not bad. Tastes pretty good. I like it. Even though I'm talking a really downer topic. I mean, if when you talk about people's stress, when you're talking about sad things, not really sad things, stress, just stressful things.
Yeah, right.
Everybody starts to think about their situation, right? They're like, oh yeah, I can relate. That's stressful. I can, yeah, And I think that's one of those things that people don't talk enough, right? That's why people go to shrinks, right? Like, they talk about their stress. Sometimes people just need a year. And it's like, yeah, you should just sit there and let me tell you what I'm feeling. And even that will feel better, right? That will make somebody feel better for simply say it. Simply say it out. Like, no, not necessarily venting. Even if you're just telling the story. The moment that you're done with that story, I think that makes somebody feel better. Even if that story does not make any sense.
Yeah.
Right? So, I don't know. That's one of those things I think a lot of people need. Everybody needs some sort of stress relief. If you've had an issue, go talk to somebody. And think about how you make yourself happy. And that's the most important part. How do you make yourself happy? Obviously, smoking a cigar makes you happy? Sure. But you're not going to smoke 8 cigars a day.
Right.
right? You gotta smoke a few cigars a day and really use that time and then some to make sure that you have worked out the stress that's in your mind. You can put it away, but that stress is not gonna go away. If your problem, you just put it there, put a pin on it. I gotta come back tomorrow. You still gotta have to you back to square one again tomorrow, right? It's a lot better if you address it, even if you can't do anything about it. But if you addressed it, that's better than not. Right? I did something about it. I talked. That's step one. Hang out. Go find a friend. Go find a friend to hang out. And I think that's very important. That's why I like to hang out, you know? Hang out with people really brings your morale or your mood to the next level a little bit. Just even if it's just a little bit, right? Even just
Right.
hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, you go out there, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You just had to hang out. And I think that's very important.
That's why I like these chats. It just kind of, you just get your mind off things and just hang out.
You know, I like to do the chat, but at the same time, you know, sometimes our chat goes so far south or so far north that it kind of needs a break, right? So I figured like Wednesday we can use a break and just listen to Tony for no reason, right? And that's like a break. And then like when you save out all those things you want to talk about, you go again at Saturday, you just let it out, right? I think that's a good balance. That's why it's like, oh, you know, Wednesday maybe we don't need the guest, right? Or maybe we'll have one or two guests. I don't know. But I think that when I'm talking by myself, I get through the things I want to talk about faster. So, you know, we can let people go to bed faster. That kind of stuff. That's what I was thinking. You know, it's not really like, Tony doesn't want to listen to anybody. Tony just tried to save everybody's sanity for not having to listen to me talking with everybody else. So yeah, life is tough. Life is stressful. But we need to find our happy medium, and it's very important. Even if you don't feel stressed, go look for a happy medium. You'll realize that you are stressed, and that's I think that's a very important thing. Here and there, not always true for everybody, but you know, doing something for yourself is better than not, right? Just go do something happy. Go throw an axe. Go shoot some deer. Go, I don't know. I think fishing actually make people more stressful, but I'm not gonna say fishing. You know, go do something crazy. Schedule yourself something crazy to do for a week or for a day out of the week. What I do every week that makes me happy. Aside from eating, I don't know. I do go out every Saturday. I hang out with my wife every Saturday and Sunday morning. And we just go out and do stupid stuff, chasing food. We just go out there and look for food. Right? We just do like wander around. So where do you want to go for food? Let's go to Boston. Let's go find food. Right? We'll find something to eat. Right? And when we came back, we sit down. That was tiring walking around looking for food. Not like we don't have food here. We do have food here, right? You know, everywhere you can order food. But going out there, hanging out, walking around, and put the stress somewhere else, it's healthy. It's healthy. Like I instead of complaining about work and whatever, I'm complaining about how hot outside is. How much I had to walk. Why is the ground so hard? You know? That kind of stuff. Right? And I know that I've been watching a video of somebody complaining about, or somebody's talking about how people who are rich or wealthy or well off growing up, they didn't know how average people are. And one of those things is going on vacation every year. And I think that's very important. Vacation doesn't have to cost a lot of money, but I think everybody needs a vacation.
Right.
Right? People say like, Tony, not everybody can save enough money to go on vacation. Well, it could be a vacation that simply just go to the next town and walk around. Really, because everywhere is every state has a tourist attraction, right? you can technically be a tourist of your own place.
Right.
So, like, we have tourism stuff here, and we, sometimes we walk around like a tourist. We're walking around tourist. What's really funny is that my wife does the opposite. We'll go to like a really wealthy area, walk our dog there, and pretend we live there. She's like, one day someone's gonna ask, it's like, hey, hi, like cute dog, and which one did you live here? And she's gonna go, you know what, the one down there, the last one down the corner. And she's always joking about, it's like, one day you're gonna meet the person that lived down there in the corner. But like, we thought it was funny that every time a new development of like a community finished building, people start moving in, we'll walk our dog there, and then we just look around like as if we would live there. It's kind of different, kind of new. So I like it. So yeah, same thing. Like if you know there is a cigar lounge somewhere of a short distance from you, that might be a good trip to just go down there and find out.
Yeah.
How it is. Even if it's gonna be like a shitty one, it might be disappointing. And don't tell me that you have never been to one. It's like, oh, that cigar shop down there, and you drive all the way there, and it was a shitty one.
Yeah.
Right? There are those, but then even that, it feels refreshing. Like you've been there, it feels something different. You get to look around the cigars that you're not gonna buy, but it's different. Once in a while, I'll walk into a really shitty like alcohol store. I know they're not gonna have what I want, but I will still go in there and browse. Right? I don't know if people have that. Like, sometimes I'll walk into Best Buy knowing that I already have everything I need. I'll walk into Best Buy just to walk a loop. Window shop.
Yeah, just because.
There was one time where I was so bored, I took my wife around different malls to look for payphone. You know how hard it is to find those things nowadays?
You can't. There aren't very many.
We actually found one. Broken, but it's still there.
Right.
And I thought it was like the best find of the day. Like, oh my god, there's still a payphone here. Like, if my wife finds a payphone booth, one of those things that you open the door, go in there to make a phone call, she will go there and take a picture. Like, all those things that's disappearing, you just go there for random. It's just like, what are you looking for? You're in the mall, go shop. No, I'm gonna look for a payphone. So I remember those things used to be everywhere. I remember they used to be like collect calls and stuff like that, 10, 10, 3, 2, 1 and stuff like that. I love those. And then now we can't even find one payphone. So nowadays, like, if you lost your phone, good luck. You can't even call 911 on the payphone. How are you gonna get Superman? Like, Superman has nowhere to change now.
Right. I'll be right back.
All right. Superman has nowhere to change. So I don't know. Life has changed so much for the past 20 years that I start to realize how elderly people said they're facing the change. Right? Like in the 90s, they tell you how 80s and 70s are. And you're like, I don't feel that much change. I don't feel that much change. Okay, you watch black and white TVs. Color is not that much different. And then now I'm in the same situation now. I'm closer to my 40, and I realize like music and stuff, like all the music has changed. I realize why older people say, your generation music is the devil. It's the sound of them. I totally understand it. I enjoy pop. I enjoy Sinatra, that kind of stuff. I enjoy jazz. I enjoy old school rap. And when I listen to today's music, people love it, right? And when I listen to it, like, this is the sound of the devil. They're literally singing about nothing. And I totally understand now. I totally understand what the problem is. It's the change. And it doesn't suit the era. Like, when you finally find the music that you like in your generation, and you hear them scoot it up, That's when you realize that those songs are horrible, right? When I like the Daft Punk and stuff like that, when it first came out, I was like, that's horrible. Why can't we just listen to, I don't know, Backstreet Boys and Britney Spears? But you know, if you think about it, to them that's old music. To new people, that's old music. That's not as fun. Hey, cat, that's not as fun. It was just weird, and yeah, Led Zeppelins and I don't know, uh, what's that thing called? Shoot. Around that time, there was Kiss and all those like really hard rock stuff, right? Like the other day, my wife was listening to a music that had the same opening of an Elvis music. And I was like, oh, that sounds like Elvis. And then it turned to some other music. It was really, really bad. I was like, oh my God, they just totally like butchered Elvis's song, Elvis music. Because like, you know, you can really tell there was good music back then. And today, when you listen to these repetitive music that just repeat the same section over and over again and sing about nonsense, repeat the same words about 20 times to make it catchy, you realize, okay, yeah, I know why those people says our generation's music is the sound of the devil, and the previous generation, and I right now I'm listening to the music. I'll be driving, my wife will be tuning to some like current music, you know, big hits and whatever. I listened to that, I was like, that's trash. Let's change to something else. Can we just listen to jazz or something like that? I want to listen to something that has no lyrics because they just butcher those lyrics, right? You realize that they really fuck it up for you. They really ruined it. Hey, Mike. And that's how I realize. I feel like I'm getting old, right? And I feel like I'm watching TV. Here's the thing. When we watch high definition TV and you start to look at old stuff, they look pixelized. And you start to look back, it's like, back in the day, when I watched this thing, it did not look pixelized. And you go back and find those ones old TVs, like, see, it wasn't pixelized. It was just blurry, but it wasn't pixelized. I was like, oh man, I want to watch this movie on the old TV. I don't want to see these pixelized faces. It's so weird, right? And I think this is the same idea, like why they start to make like those, continue to make those 8-bit like pixelized video games. Because when you look at those 3Ds and stuff like that, it's like, I don't really want to play those games. I just want to play something simple, make me happy. You know, I'm playing those games that's like make me more stressed. You know, I'm playing Call of Duty where 5-year-olds try to trash talk me and stab me with a knife 20 times. You know, it's stressful. I'm going out looking for boombox. I was surprised how much boombox costs nowadays. Like, have you guys went out and looked for a cassette player?
Can't find them.
Like VCR cassette players? They're $100.
Wow.
You can buy a DVD player for $40. It's crazy. Like, I feel old. I feel old. I said, can you remember those things, those times when we played CDs? Like, how many person can remember what's the last CD you purchased? I get dizzy playing the new first-person shooter game. Can't do it. I get dizzy playing Fallout. I puke every time.
Yeah, these new games, they have like warnings on.
You know why? It's because it's too realistic.
Yeah.
It's so realistic that you're not moving, but your eyes is telling that you're moving around because it's first person.
Yeah.
So your brain is like, you're probably drugged. So it starts to make you dizzy. Yeah, I feel like old person when I was doing new things. I was like, oh, now I can understand those elderly people is complaining. Because I do the same complaint. I tell the people not to do the same thing. I was like, what the hell? You know? 70s to 80s music is the best of all time. I actually, you know, I think they're great, but I have to say the 90s because I listen to 90s music. And they're great. You know, when I remember every time I tune up music, radio in the 90s, they always have a good song. I rarely think that. Well, but then again, here's the thing though. In the 90s, I don't listen to that much rap. I listen to one of those soft rock kind of music. So there's the mix of 80s and 90s and, you know, Mariah Carey kind of stuff. Right? Backstreet Boys. You know, Wham. Wham is 80s, right? Wham is late 80s. You know, Love Savvy songs. Those are actually pretty good songs. So, Cassis, that's how I play first-person shooter game. I have not really been playing first-person shooter game for a long time because I feel like every time I play, I'm a different person. I need to trash talk. I need to make fun of a little kid. Everybody who's playing, who's trash talking, I was like, shut up. I know you're sitting in your mom's basement. Right? Like, me and my wife will be playing cell phone games, and we'll be trash talking together. So, what the fuck is he doing? It's freaking idiot. What a noob. You know what's really funny is that we know we're bad too, and we're not that good. So before somebody say you're a noob and trash, we start again with typing in, I'm a noob, I'm trash. You know, I'll sound first before anybody else does, right? Start again. I'm sorry, I'm really, really bad. I've been playing this game for 3 years, but I'm bad. But there's always one person that's gonna say, you guys suck. You're trash. And if they win, they're like, easy. We're like, you just complain about how bad your team is, and now you're saying it's easy. So what is the best new cigar right now? Need to buy some sticks. Right now, I would say, well, not really new. For me, it will be the Casa Cuevas Pensado. I like the Pledge. Pledge is really, really good. You know. 601 has been really, really good. So 601. What else? What else I was very impressed with?
Yeah, that Patrimonio and those Pensados are really good.
Patrimonio, the problem is so strong that you can't just, you know, you can't wake up in the morning and says, I gotta have a cigar. Patrimonio! Now you'll go right back to sleep. Right? So that's tough. It's good cigar, but it really depends on like what you're looking for. Right? For me, it's kind of strong. So Pledge is actually haven't had the new Casa. See, this is not new though. The box press Prensado is not new, but they rebranded. And I think that's what got us to try it. And it was really, really good. So, you know, compared to the core line, Prensado beats core line any day.
Yeah.
So, that's one thing that you might want to try. Other than that, I think the other ones that we tried this year so far, not particularly for me impressive. Right? Nothing that surprised me that much. You're like, oh my god. Right? I mean, for Martin, there was the McAuliffe, there's the street taco from Rojas. What else is there that was kind of special? You know, the Cigars Daily Trophy Viking Lancero is really good. Right, that's really good. But then again, in comparison to the original, I still think the original is better. So those are the few cigars that I would think is shockingly good this year. I don't know what's gonna come on next. Right. For what I just tried, Big Sky, not really my thing. All right. What's the other? The blue.
Which one did you smoke? The Connecticut.
The Connecticut. Definitely don't like that one. The Espinosa blue, the Azule, the Azule. That one is, I can see other people like it. Not my kind of deal. Pretty good, but not my kind of deal. What else did I try? That's the two. You know, the box press from Little Guy Cigar Shop was pretty good.
Yeah,
that was pretty good. Yeah, but I do like Patrimonio, and I feel like, you know, it's one of those that I'll have a few stick around just whenever I want to smoke. How was the Davidoff that you just got? Pricey, I know. It's not bad. It's pretty cool. in terms of flavor, but it's not really worth the price. It's not something that I will go to Davidoff in the future says I want to buy one or two just to replenish my box. I will not do that. It's not one that I would. So, you know, Davidoff has that quality. Yes, Davidoff has that. Okay, they wanted to showcase chef palettes and stuff like that. Even though I really don't trust chef palette because what do they know about cigars? like what do they know about cigars, right? I mean, if they say that is specific palette of some famous cigar blender, okay, sure, I can get that. Chef, I don't even know what cigar those chefs like to smoke.
Yeah, I mean, I think those are just they take 3 chefs who are cigar smokers, and then they agree on a blend.
Which, you know, it could be anybody, right? It could be strong. I mean, for that, cigar is long, cigar is strong, cigar has interesting flavor, cigar is pricey. That's all I can talk about that cigar. In terms of who was behind it blended, I can't relate to it, and it doesn't make any difference. Right? If a cigar is good, I don't care if you know, they find a local guy on the freaking street holding up a sign that says "Help me, Jesus bless you," blend it. Right? If he blends it good, then it doesn't. If he had the same palate as I do, they like a certain favorite note as I do, I'm gonna like the cigar either way. Right? If somebody just choose a bunch of tastes that you like, doesn't matter how bad the person is in terms of cigar knowledge, you're gonna like it. Right? So for me, the chefs really doesn't do anything. You know, is the flavor interesting? Yeah, it is. But the cigar is too long for me to enjoy. Way too long, right? And $40 is really expensive for a single stick.
Yeah.
But if you're buying the entire box to get that cigar ashtray, yeah, okay, now it's kind of worth it. Because you gotta know that the cigar ashtray costs $150 to $200 from Davidoff. Any cigar ashtray, you go in there and pick it out. Just randomly choose one. It's gotta be $150 to $200. Right? So in that case, sure, okay, I'm really is buying an inflated price ashtray with a cigar that goes with it. Am I gonna smoke a lot of it? No. Am I gonna give some away? Yes. I actually have few people I'm gonna send it to because none of you guys really play the game right. Somebody's gonna send it. It's definitely not a My Claw ashtray. No, that's not kidding. I actually agree with that statement. You can see on my table, it's still My Claw ashtray, not a Davidoff ashtray, because I like to use this more. I really think that this is more functional and looks better in a way. That Davidoff ashtray, I'm buying it for the gimmick. I really literally use My Claw ashtray. I am not even kidding. You might be kidding, but I'm not. This is how much I like use My Claw ashtrays, because even though I have one here, just in case, I have another one here. Yep. This is the one that cracked. But do I still use it? Hell yeah. Alright, so My Claw ashtray is better. It's no kidding. I actually agree with that. I mean, you might be joking, but I think I agree. Now, people who doesn't have one is missing out. Let's just say it this way, okay? Brendan Wiles has all the ashtrays that you can find out there, right? From different brands. And he was fighting over it against Yazoo. To get an ashtray. Remember that? If anybody had ashtrays, Cigar Mechanic has it. Yeah, the more I use it, the bigger it gets. It's actually all the way inside.
Oh, wow.
You can see it all the way inside now.
It's just probably from the temperature fluctuation too.
Not only that, I use this side way more than the other. You can see the burn on it. You can see the burn on it. You can actually see I use that side. So I guess that made it expand a little bit and crack. But I still like to use it. It's part of the memory, part of the history. I like it. That's why it's on my table. And yes, I do use it. I still use it. You can see right now inside it's still kind of ashy. Because I just used it a few days ago. Yeah. I will literally sometime before I go outside to smoke, I'll come down to the basement, grab this one, and go upstairs. So, I wonder if the wood wasn't totally dry. I don't know. This one so far no issue at all. This one doesn't have any crack yet. So, and I use this every Wednesday, Saturday, pretty much every day. So yeah, I mean, Mike might be joking, but I am not. That's the one I use. That's the one I use. Love it. I can literally say, honestly, that I use Mike's cigar ashtray more than any other ashtray I own. Okay. The only time I really use the other ashtray is if I'm upstairs at the deck or I'm in my bathroom. Because obviously I'm not going to put a wooden one in my bathroom. It's too steamy for a bathroom. I use one of the, I think on the crown, like metal thing, like a tray. And in my studio, I use a Davidoff because I don't use it all that much. So, but every other time I'm smoking, Mike's ashtray. Yep, that's how it is. You know what I think would be cool though? If Mike make your ashtray for your car. That's what you need.
Oh yeah.
Right?
I don't know how that would work.
Fits in the cup holder or something like that.
Yeah.
That would be pretty. Nah, I mean I'm not making it about you. I'm just telling you the truth. I mean I could talk about your ashtray all day. Because that's how I use. You know, surprisingly, I have a lot of ashtray, but then like yeah, I tend to use his. I have a whole stack of ashtray, but I just use it.
See, it's not even about that. It's just like if you like something, you use it. So that's just becomes a part of your routine.
Yeah, and it's comfortable, and I like the size. I really do like the size. A lot of ashtray, you get it. It's like twice the size. Like what am I supposed to do with twice that size? Because every time I use it, I gotta clean it. You know, the bigger it is, the harder it is to clean. You know, I have one of those Oliva, you know, like you go to a cigar lounge, you have those big square ones.
Yeah, I hate those.
You know what that's doing right now? That's in my deck collecting rain. Because it's so annoying to deal with it. Every time I use it, I have to wash it and all that stuff. It's like, I don't really want to use it. But if I use this, I carry up there, I used it. I carry it indoor and just dump the ash. I'm done. That thing is huge. That thing's huge and heavy. I'm afraid to drop it. If I drop it, I'll be sweeping the floor for 3 days. If I drop this, you'll just hear me go, "Oh no!" That's pretty much. I'm gonna stay in one piece. But you'll hear me scream. But those ceramic ones you drop on the floor, you'll be sweeping the floor for days. That's literally what's gonna happen. So yeah, I like to use it. Very easy, and I think it's classy. And this, not this one. You'll actually find one of this in a car dealer in New York. My brother uses it. Actually, in his dealer. Yeah, I walk in his dealer. I found an ashtray at his table. Yes, he secretly smokes in his office, and he secretly drinks under his table. I shouldn't even say that. If they watch this episode, they're gonna find out. Yeah, one day he sent me a picture. He's like, "Bro, guess what I'm doing?" I was like, "I don't know." He's like, "I'm so bored right now. I'm drinking under my table." Yeah, he sent me a picture of it. I'm like, "Oh my god, you're that bored." But yeah, car industry is not doing well.
Right.
Hopefully, my Christmas raffle doesn't get lost this year.
Did it get lost one year? Oh, that's Hashimoto.
Christmas raffle? What was lost? I can't remember. You're talking about like a year. What was lost in the Christmas raffle? Oh, I think it's the one he sent out. Got lost. Here's the thing. When it comes to Christmas raffle, the prizes need to be shipped after New Year. Because everything else just get lost. Alright? So, my package never got to.
Oh, wow.
What did you win? I can't remember. Shit.
I remember a package that Hashimoto sent to me that got lost for like 3 months.
Yeah.
And then when I got it, the cigars were gone, and I got the t-shirts.
Yeah. That's all of the control. All of our control.
Yeah.
we just had to really pick time. Like, here's the thing. Like, I need to ask people to be more patient. You rather get it than wait a long time than never get it. I think that's the key, right? You rather wait a long time to receive it than never get it. So I think that, you know, for those people, for the Secret Santa, you want to send it out early, like early, okay? And for the Christmas raffle, I'm gonna send it out late. I'm talking about late, like when nobody's sending out stuff. I'm gonna send it. That's how we gotta work out. All right, this is how we gotta work. Because I think that if we send out right away around those obviously festive season, you're gonna lose something, and that's not so festive.
Right.
So that's something that we want to change up. I do see a lot of people want to do Secret Santa, so that's gonna be fun this year. Yeah, and we will start early. We'll start early. So people who want to play Secret Santa need to plan early. All right, start finding your prize and presents and get ready to send out. It could be anything. You don't, and because since you're not gonna know who it is, you just have to know what you send it. So right. And now give the address, and the address will be. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a list of. I don't know if people care if their address is posted. I was thinking to give like everybody numbers, and just post an entire list corresponding numbers with the address, so people always have the address. Because before we're just sending individual address to individual person.
Yeah, it's a lot of work too. I would assume.
Yeah, but if I post the entire thing, everybody will see everybody's address, which I don't know if some people want to do that. I had to figure out. Still got a couple more weeks before I had to get that. I'll probably post out who's gonna be for what by November 1st. And yeah, and then I've been procrastinating myself, sending stuff out. I have a few stuff I'm gonna send out. The cigar for marinade, for infusion, is done. It's being dried up a little bit because it's very. I can smell it just holding the cigar right here. Now, if you gotta ask me how much alcohol that has been soaked through the cigar, it's a cup, right? I show you guys a cup with the wood. The cup has less than a pinky height. It's pretty much gone. So, but surprisingly, I don't know how it was actually going through the cigar really through the wood. So, next time somebody might want to try that too. By the way, the wood piece that I have in there is provided to me by Mike, I believe. So I have leftover wood Mike put in there. So it worked. I already have it put in the cellos. I'm leaving in another container with Bovita pack. Try to kind of get some moisture out because I don't want to send it to you guys all moist and soggy and moldy. I want to make sure it's kind of dried up a little bit and it's not moldy, and that might happen sometime end of this week or next week. So people get ready to smoke some nasty. It smells good though. It does smell good. I just know that good smell cigar usually tastes bad.
Would you infuse it with?
Yes. Yours? Doer Japanese smooth Mizunara oak cast finish. As you can see, I did not drink any more after this because that does not. It is. But I'm looking forward to see everybody's face when they take it.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
We should do tequila infused.
Tequila infused, I know it's gonna taste good on a Connecticut and taste bad on Maduro.
Right.
I could. I just had to get a few more Connecticut cigar, or I find a few Maduro so that everybody will taste some really bad cigar. Because you did the infusion too before, and that's the cigar I was talking about last time. I was like, there were some cigars that I kind of infused ahead of time. I think you re-infused it. That was pretty good. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I just had to get some extra cigars that are kind of somewhat tasteless to be able to infuse them because don't.
Right.
Right. Cool. All right. 11 o'clock. that's it for today. I hope everybody did not fall asleep while talking about stories. All right. So yeah, we'll see each other on Saturday again over here. Same bad time, same bad place. I've been really busy. I really want to try to do like video in between and stuff like that, but like I find that I have hard time finding time. So yeah, for Saturday we'll have our chat group again if they show up. Not, it is what it is. And we talk about other stuff. And I think for Saturday I will smoke another Big Sky cigar. Big Sky cigar. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about. Holy shit. I totally forgot my Big Sky cigar. I left it outside over there because I tried to glue up the box, so now it's not opening anymore. It was falling apart, and it bothers the shit out of me. So I'm gonna glue this shit up. So I glued it to make sure there's no extra taste. I glued it with a cigar glue. Yeah, and I put boxes around it so that it holds that shape. Yeah, I will be smoking this Saturday. Choose another one, and then yeah, hopefully it's gonna be a better cigar. So
was that like a sampler box?
Yeah, it's 3 cigar out of 4, I think, or 5. But it's when you gotta try new cigars that you don't know if you're gonna like, that's what you use, right? So.
Right.
Hey Raymond, you're a little late. We're actually wrapping up for the day. So, yep. Have a good one, everybody. Have a good night. Have a good rest. Remember, every day, take some time to make yourself happy. Regardless what it is. Just make yourself happy. Think about happy thoughts. Go do something that makes you happy. It's gonna change your life. It would. Okay? So, have a good night, everybody. I will see you guys Saturday. Bye, guys.